Hello everybody, my name is Lucas and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Spire. In this video, I am going to be going over how to get the Common Sense achievement where you beat the game with only common cards. And once again, the gameplay in the background was a run that I recorded actually last year. I'm finally recording the voiceover almost 3 months later. And I'm going to be talking about some tips and some tricks and things that I learned in getting this achievement. I can remember what I was thinking 3 months ago. A couple things before we get into it. This is possible on any character. Unlike the 5 cards or less achievement, it doesn't matter how many cards you have in your deck. So you can play silent on this one. All of them have cards that are common, that are strong enough to be able to beat the run. Can't really think of any on Ironclad and Silent right now, but I know Defect has the Claw and Watcher has the Pressure Points. So obviously we're playing Watcher, so we're going to be building a Pressure Points deck, which everyone loves to see. So first of all, we have to get Pressure Points first, so I guess I'll just talk about some general things. Zero Ascension is your friend. It's the easiest. I mean, you're more than welcome to go try and do this on Ascension 20 and be my guest, really. But Ascension 0 is genuinely recommended. I'm going to pick up a follow-up here to kind of pivot back to the run. There's no reason for me to pick this up. I know what I'm going for. I'm not sure why I picked up a follow-up. It's going to just be a dead card later. But the biggest issue with this is we can't use powers, because all the powers are either uncommon or rare. And this is our first copy of Pressure Points, so I'm going to snag that up. So for something, if you want to do like a Shiv build with Silent, you can't use Accuracy. Accuracy is uncommon. So you're going to need something like a Shuriken or a Kunai or something like that to make it to where spamming a whole bunch of low damage attacks actually do something, since you can't play Accuracy, and you can't have like a demon form on Ironclad and things like that. Probably Defect or Watcher is honestly the two better characters for this, for reasons I just mentioned. And also, once again, elites are going to be kind of an issue, especially in the early game, because you can't have, you know, most common cards aren't high impact. Like Ragnarok, for example, you know, your big finisher of a card on the Watcher that would be good in sort of a run like this. You can't have that. So I recommend dodging most elites early on, unless you're the Watcher. Watcher can just plow through any elites up until forever, and the amount of relics that we end up with at the end is going to be way more than you would expect, but that's due to a specific boss relic. But pretty much, you want to try and keep your deck small. That's my recommendation. You can clog your decks with as many things as you want, but my recommendation is, because common cards aren't the most high impact cards, you want to be playing them more, you want to be playing them as often as you can, and so keeping your deck small generally allows that to happen, or picking up some card draw. And a good example of card draw on the Watcher is Evaluate. Evaluate puts a study into your draw pile, and when you play the study, it draws, when you play the Insight, that's the name. When you play the Insight, you draw more cards, and that can draw us more towards Pressure Points. Another card that's going to be key is Third Eye, allowing us to scry and get to our Pressure Points. More often. On Defect, things like, I'm trying to think of Defect card draw, Cool-Headeds. Cool-Headeds are going to be really good, not because of the Frost. See, I really want to take the Reach Heaven, because it's a good card. I'm taking the Empty Fist for some swapping. The cards like Cool-Headed are going to be good, not because of the Frost Orbs, but because of the card draw. So getting those upgraded to draw those extra cards are going to be really useful. I'm not sure there's a way to scale focus in the common card pool on defect, so you're gonna have to get creative. Maybe if you end up getting an inserter, you can play a whole bunch of orbs and then play some barrages or things like that, but I haven't thought about the way to do this as defect. But you can see Watcher just murdering Gremlin Knob like it's no big deal. And here's a second copy of Pressure Points, so we're gonna nab that up. And this is pretty easy, you just play upgraded Pressure Points. I think our Act 1 boss is Guardian, if I'm not sure, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I recorded this 3 months ago, so I guess we will see very soon. There's our third copy of Pressure Points. Oh, Slime Boss. Slime Boss is it's interesting with Pressure Points, because, you know, it's not, usually you just keep spamming Pressure Points and they end up, you end up racking 50 marks, so every time you play Pressure Points doing a whole bunch of damage. With Slime Boss is split once and then they split again. So you kind of have to be wary of when you're playing your Pressure Points and making sure you have a good split. This Langavulin just got absolutely destroyed right here. So Pressure Points is a strong card when you have 3 of them in a 14 card deck. You can play one every turn pretty much. And so this is why picking up the follow-up is pretty useless right now. I could have played a lot better, but it's Ascension 0, I'm not worried at all. Like, I've beaten Watcher on Ascension 20 like 3 times, so I'm not worried at all. But here, kind of a bad split, and I should have duplicated the Pressure Points. But we're gonna rely on some potions here to get us out of this jam. So I think you should take Empty Mind and then play Indignation. Okay. Or make it vulnerable for a turn, I guess. I'm not really sure what I was thinking here. I recorded this right after the Minimalist run. I was like, let's get some achievements. Here, the upgraded Eruption and the follow-up actually came in clutch here. And I'm genuinely worried about dying here. But Pressure Points and Consecrate takes care of the attacking slimes, and we should be able to wrap up Act 1 here pretty easily, except for the fact that we're being attacked for 52 damage. No big deal, but me recognizing that playing Pressure Points on the back slime there would split the front one makes it nice and easy. Not sure why I didn't play the strike there. I was just wanted to hit that end turn button apparently. Yeah, Ascension 0 you can make lots of mistakes and get away with them. I will leave it at that. And there's Act 1. All nice. And we can't pick up these cards, so there's no point even looking at them. And Act 1, we're gonna take Black Star. So our relic bar will be nice and truly full by the end of the run. We got 275 gold. I didn't catch who our boss was. I think it's Bronze Automaton, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Got a glimpse. Yep, it's Bronze Tomato. And so, with 3 Pressure Points in a 14 card deck already, we should be able to take care of Mr. Hyper Beam Man before turn 6 or whatever turn we get obliterated on. So I'm not worried about the boss fight. We just have to make it there and not die. Pressure Points taking care of Shelled Parasite nice and easily. And we go into the shop, and Art of War is probably a smart purchase here because we're playing Pressure Points. I thought about removing Eruption there for a minute. Maybe Purity is good? Not sure what I'm thinking here. Art of War would have been a fine purchase there, but we're going to another shop. Here I've decided to roll the dice on the Face Trader and got unlucky. So at the start of every combat, we are weak for 1 turn, which isn't the biggest deal in pressure point decks, but it would have been nice, you know, here when we're playing attacks to be able to have full damage. Perfect lethal on that back mugger there. And the front looter is taken care of, no problem. So, take a Protect here. Protect is an excellent front-loaded block card, and when upgraded, we can play it for a whole bunch of energy and get a whole bunch of block. And that's something that is important. You have to be able to take the... I'm not sure why I didn't... I swear there's another pressure points there that I just missed. Maybe it was for the Protect, I don't know. But it is important to be able to block still, and recognize we need to pick up some nice hardy block cards. Protect is excellent. You're going to see me pick up an Evaluate later on in the run. Unfortunately there we drew a pressure point. But Book of Stabbing should be no big deal. Thought about using a potion, but we're going to make it through it just fine. I think this is lethal right here. Use a duplication potion here. Yeah. Get a mango for our troubles and a centennial puzzle. That'll be good. This cut through fate is looking kind of tasty. And I thought about clicking on it. Decided not to. Here I decided to roll the dice, I'm pretty sure. Seems like something I would click on. Oh, I chickened out. Darn it. Future me was hoping past me clicked on the button. I got an anchor for some nice turn 1 block. So that's nice. Going up against Gremlin Leader. Gremlin Leader can be a little bit interesting with the minions that she spawns, and being able to apply pressure points to both her and her minions. And so I think the general strategy is once you get like 2 or 3 pressure points on the leader, then you start targeting the minions with the pressure points to take them out, and just the 22 or 33 damage in this case will be more than enough to be able to kill her over time. Now she's very angry. At least it's not 11 times 3. She only gains 3 strength instead of 5. So I think Eruption... I'm gonna kill the Sneaky Gremlin. It's obviously sort of priority number 1. Pretty sure hitting the leader here with that Empty Fist is the right play. And then... Or we could go Pressure Plates. Pressure points. This is an interesting decision there to use the pressure points on the leader instead of the minion there. We could have saved 5 damage, but it is what it is. A question card and Orichalcum. So obviously Flurry of Blows is the only considerable card there if we want our achievement, and we can't take it. And there's the Evaluate Plus, and I think we needed another block card, seeing as Protect and Vigilance are our only 2 main energy sinks. In terms of high cost, high block, I mean, Evaluate isn't high cost in the traditional sense of, you know, it costs 1 energy, but it is a nice hardy block card. And that Centurion is destroyed. Not using Miracle Defend because of Orichalcum. I remember that Orichalcum existed a lot more than I usually do in this run, if I remember. It's weird. Usually I am incredibly bad about remembering the fact that Orichalcum is a relic that will give me free block if I just pass the turn. None of those cards are pickable, so I'll move on, and Protect seems like the upgrade here. Nice retaining block card. Snake Plant is usually a problem because of the malleable effect that it gains. Whenever you attack it, it gains more block, but thankfully we're going to kill it without attacking it. This was a little bit interesting. 3 health remaining, and never mind, because we played Eruption. Third Eye Plus is looking mighty fine, and we're going to click on it. So now we have added 3 good block cards to our deck. Could take another Evaluate Plus, but Past Me decided that we're good enough, and I think that was the right choice. So we're going to be working our way through the artifact charges of the Bronze Tomato. I think I was checking what the minions would steal, and then completely remembering that we have all common cards in our deck, so the minions are going to steal cards at random. So they're going to get Evaluate and Pressure Points. There's only 2 cards left, so it's kind of nice to know. So killing a minion, killing either minion as soon as possible, since they'll be randomized. And I was hoping for the one that oh, and we actually dodged the pressure points because of the Centennial puzzle. That's an interesting interaction there. The minion ended up stealing a pressure points anyway. That can be useful. A nice interaction with Centennial puzzle. If you want to reshuffle your draw pile before it steals a card, maybe you want it to steal a higher rarity card for some reason, you can use that to your advantage and take some damage and proc Centennial puzzle. It's interactions like that that makes Slay the Spire such a mind-bending and fun game. Like, you could play Slay the Spire with just a spreadsheet and numbers, but you know, having it bring the numbers to life. I don't know why we're talking about like design now. I don't know, but just interactions like that with Centennial puzzle and stuff, it makes it seem less like numbers and more of a game. And so much for the whole kill it before it attacks us for 51 damage. Since we had to deal with the minions, which was probably incorrect. Here I just said screw it, we're just gonna face tank Hyper Beam. Because thankfully we're on Ascension 0. Bronze Tomato doesn't know how to stand up after blowing our brains out with energy, so 2 more pressure points and she is no more. I think Bronze Tomato is a she. I'm not sure. I don't get paid enough to care. Oop, bada bop, boom, ow. Easy. And we can't take any of these cards, and from me looking at it for 2 seconds, they all sucked. It's all like master reality, frickin' judgment. None of those cards matter. Here, I take 4 energy, but I'm not sure if Curse Key breaks the achievement or not. I didn't think of that at the time. Fusion Hammer would be actually alright, but instead I took Empty Cage, keep the deck nice and small. I'm not sure why I took Empty Cage. Fusion Hammer was fine there. But we don't have a lot of card draw, so there's really no sense in investing in energy. Well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Fusion Hammer would have been an okay pick there. But we're using all of our energy and running out of cards. So, you know, I think I decided that Watcher's innate stance swapping was enough energy for us. Oh, it's just dead. Take another pressure points. Do it. It's upgraded. There you go. 299 gold. Ooh, that vault is looking mighty juicy, but once again, we can't click on it. Could take a toolbox, though. Because even though it gives us uncommon cards, they don't show up in the deck screen. So, we could take a toolbox. That probably would have been alright. Fighting Donu Deka and Tiny Chest procs and gives us a Toxic Egg. And I'm going to take it, seeing as that wasn't our guaranteed chest, so we can always pass it up if we want to go to the heart for the sapphire key, but we're not going to the heart. We're just trying to beat the Act 3 boss. And that's what gives us the achievement. Let me know if you guys want to see more guides from me. I still have the 1 relic achievement left to do, which I will probably do on the Watcher because I'll probably boss swap too, just for the fun of it. Just the amount of restarts I'm gonna have to do when I remember when I accidentally click on a relic 38 floors in. But thankfully these runs don't take too long because they're pretty self-explanatory. Take another Evaluate Plus, that's the only card here that's pickable. Begin to fall. Lose Evaluate Plus or lose Eruption. I think, yeah, we're gonna lose Eruption here, since there's actually no benefit to us being in Wrath. Besides, it's another calm exit, but we have an Empty Fist, so this is my decision there. Also, in case you're wondering, Tangible, yes, sadly, does mess up Pressure Point. Unfortunate. We're drawing 3 Pressure Points next turn. Nemesis is straight up just dead next turn. Gonna be taking over 150 damage. Another Black Star proc, netting us Blood Vial and Matryoshka. I was thinking about taking a Prostrate there, but there's no reason for us to invest in Divinity. Going to lose the gold here and gain us Preserved Insect, as if we needed any more of an incentive to go take elites. But you can kind of see the power of small pressure point sticks. Good seed for it. Now we're gonna have to fight through the 3 artifact charges of the Spheric Guardian. The exploders are a bit worrisome, but not worried about it. Sorry for the yawning, by the way. I'm recording this at midnight for some reason. I am home. My quarter just ended, so I'm able to finally record some videos without a roommate. Not having to worry about sleeping and things. The exploder is exploding this turn, so it's imperative that we take care of it. Empty Fist to the rescue. There you go. And then I think we're just going to, yeah, gonna take some damage. Block it all, but that's okay. Pressure points, pressure points. Oh, we had 4 energy that turn because of Happy Flower. Look at past Lucas realizing that. And now we just need 2 pressure points, and the Spirit Guardian is dead. Don't have to worry about the 70 shield if you can just attack it directly. Could take another Protect Plus, and I think if I remember correctly, we do. Yes. The Maw is our next dead foe. Gonna inflict Weaken and Frail on us, but Weakened has no effect against pressure points. Pressure points isn't a bad card. If it were on any other class, I feel like it would be a very good card, but because Watcher can just do so many broken things with Divinity and Wrath and stance swapping, and pressure points just kind of gets left behind because it, it needs itself to synergize with. So if you only find, 1 copy, then you're kind of screwed, and just did 198 damage at 1 turn. And 4 pressure points. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Go to the campfire, upgrade our remaining 2 cards. Get that follow up upgraded, so it's slightly less useless. And triple draw worms have said hello. Thankfully, they are no match for our pressure points. Just need to play 3 more. Guess we're attacking that one, sure. Just play the protect clicker. There you go. Figured out that 26 is greater than 23 and blocked all the incoming damage. Vigilance Empty Fist isn't bad for some free block if we want it. Guess we don't want it. Guess we didn't need it. And 2 pressure points, and they're dead. Reach Heaven is good. Decided to pass on another pressure points. Unfortunate. There I took the blue key just to spite the blue candle. Another Protect Plus? Is that what I'm thinking? Nah. Oh, my deck was very confident. Approximately 1/4 of it being pressure points, and there's only one card that's unupgraded, so this Blessing in the Forge is kind of sad. But don't worry, we'll upgrade the Consecrate. So once we beat this fight, we win. See, there's the unupgraded Consecrate, and my brain decided to turn on and use the potion. Oh, and it upgrades the Miracle too. See, I noticed that because I moused over it. I love, you know, even though it's been 3 months or whatever since I recorded, you could still tell I'm the same person because I'm like, ooh, it upgraded that Miracle, and then mouse over it. So this fight is pretty self-explanatory. Just play enough pressure points until there's approximately like 50 mark on Donu, and then kill Deca. That's pretty much the tip for pressure points. Claw is the same, pretty much the same way, except you can invest way more on card draw because it does less damage and it doesn't cost anything. So if your deck consists of purely card draw and claws, you can maybe go infinite. But see, now we can start pressuring Donu. I'm so funny. Donu is now out of the picture. And Deca will be a formality here very shortly. Just need 2 more pressure points. And GG. 28 minutes and 32 seconds. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it wasn't, you know, just me just rambling. But general takeaways. You're looking for cards that can scale themselves. Also, I'm sure Nunchaku procced like twice. And we got Pauper, which is a very interesting thing, which is no rare cards. So you'll definitely get that score bonus when you take only common. You know, we're showing off the common such achievement. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more achievement guides, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.